You are recording.
Okay, perfect. Good evening. Thank you for attending this session to learn a little bit more about St. Ambrose University. My name is Jill Holubetz, and I am a senior admissions counselor for St. Ambrose University. I am physically located in the Chicagoland area as a regional rep for St. Ambrose. So those of you from Indiana who may be considering St. Ambrose, I will be the admissions counselor that you will work with through the process. So at the end of this presentation, you'll see contact information, and certainly I will follow up afterwards with any attendees to provide my information as well. So we will go ahead and get started here with a little screen share. And hopefully all of you can see this. I am going to pop it up a little bit here so I can see the chat in case there's any questions along the way. Okay, so St. Ambrose University, obviously, if you're participating in this, either you've heard a little bit about St. Ambrose, perhaps you know somebody from the Indiana area or the state of Indiana who attends St. Ambrose or is also considering St. Ambrose. So I hope that the information I provide this evening will be helpful and informative. At St. Ambrose University, we're relentlessly committed to serve, transform, and lead lives of world-shaping success. I look forward to sharing the opportunities that St. Ambrose provides our students and the multiple ways that we believe in our students themselves. Some buzzworthy facts, and as I go through the presentation, you will start to hear a lot of references to bees and things being buzzworthy or believing in our students, and soon you'll find out why. But if you see that quite a bit, know that I will explain that here. So at St. Ambrose, we are a little bit under 3,000 students total on campus. 2,298, so a little bit under 2,300 at the undergraduate level. So those students who are within their first 3 years or first 4 years of academic studies at St. Ambrose. The reason that our total number is a little over 3,000 students is because we do offer bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degree programs. So that number, that overall number of 3,000 for total enrollment, does include our graduate students as well. You will see that with that size comes a smaller classroom learning environment. On average, you will find about 20 students in your classes. Sometimes in some of those more general education classes that everybody has to take regardless of major, sometimes those classes might be more like 25 students, maybe even 30 students every now and then. But the further you get into your major, the closer you're going to be to 20 students per class, and sometimes even less than that. And what that means for you as a learner is closer ties with your faculty members, closer relationships with faculty. None of our classes are taught by teaching assistants or graduate assistants. All of our courses are taught by faculty who have extensive backgrounds in the areas in which they're teaching. A 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So again, just kind of hitting home about the size of the learning environment and the personalization and one-on-one attention you will receive from faculty members at St. Ambrose. 100% of our first-year students receive financial aid. That is absolutely a buzzworthy fact because, as you know, considering financial aid and total cost of attendance is a very important factor when students are making their college decisions. So 100% of our students receive aid from St. Ambrose, and the reason for that is because every student who applies to St. Ambrose and is admitted is guaranteed an automatic merit scholarship And we also award athletic scholarships, fine art scholarships, and need-based scholarships as well. So 100% of our students receive aid from St. Ambrose. Here at St. Ambrose University, we want you to discover what means the most to you as a student and as an individual. Since you are a student first, that discovery starts in the classroom. At St. Ambrose, we offer over 60 majors at the undergraduate level, and all of our majors can be turned into minors pretty easily. So we do have quite a few students who choose to double major, major and minor, major and double minor. Um, it's very easy to do without adding on additional time to your studies at St. Ambrose. And especially if you come in with advanced placement credit or dual credit, it's very easy to add on another major or even a minor. For advanced placement credit, we will accept advanced placement credits with no limit. Typically, we will require a 3 or higher for credit. But there are a couple of classes, Advanced Placement English Language and AP Music Theory, where we do require a score of 4 for credit. And we accept dual credits from community colleges as well with no limits. We offer 14 master's programs and 3 doctoral programs at St. Ambrose as well. You can see a few of our new programs. Human Resources Management is a new program that started this year in the fall of 2020. And Digital Filmmaking and Biomedical Lab Science were new programs last year. Some of our more popular programs include the health sciences. Anything in the health sciences, we all know that this is a booming area, and we have lots of students who are interested in pursuing a major or pathway in the health sciences. So we have nursing, and we do have a direct admit pathway for nursing. We have Doctor of Occupational Therapy, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Master of Speech and Language Pathology, Social Work, and Master of Physician Assistant Studies. Those are some of our top programs within the health sciences. And for our physical therapy, occupational therapy, and physician assistant studies programs, we also have direct entry options for qualified high school seniors. So what that means for you is that if you're interested in those programs, as a first-year student at St. Ambrose, you can be guaranteed a spot in our doctoral program or master's level program from day one. So if you're interested in learning more about those particular health science programs, please do communicate with me. Other popular majors include anything in the business realm. We did just open a brand new business building on campus this year. McMullen Hall is our new home to the College of Business, so it is definitely a great time to be a business major at St. Ambrose. Education, we offer early childhood education, elementary and secondary education as well. Engineering, we offer mechanical engineering and industrial engineering. Both of those programs are ABET accredited. And if you apply to St. Ambrose as a mechanical engineering student, you are in our engineering program from day one. There's no additional application or anything that you need to fill out to formally be admitted into mechanical or industrial engineering. And then rounding out the top 5 would be criminal justice and forensic psychology. We are one of only a handful of institutions across the country that offer forensic psychology as a standalone major. So if you're into criminal justice, if you're into psychology, criminal profiling, students planning to go to law school are very interested in forensic psychology, definitely a program to consider. St. Ambrose is grounded in the liberal arts, so our students will take general education classes in addition to courses within their major. We value the added knowledge students are able to gain by expanding beyond just their major. Our students acquire transferable skills like critical thinking, teamwork, problem solving, and public speaking that make them well-rounded individuals, employees, and community members. This is certainly not something that is unique to St. Ambrose, as whatever institution you decide to attend, you will have to complete general education courses in addition to those required for your major. Um, our particular categories include fundamental skills and knowledge. So that will be courses like um, public speaking, English composition, um, kinesiology, classes like that. The liberal arts perspective includes courses like humanities, so psychology, sociology, your history classes, natural and physical sciences, math classes, and courses within the Catholic intellectual tradition. As a Catholic institution, our students are required to take 1 semester of theology, 1 semester of philosophy, and 2 semesters of anything that they choose among theology, philosophy, or justice and peace studies. Now, when I say theology, because we're a Catholic institution, that doesn't necessarily mean that all of the classes that you take will tie back to Catholicism. We have a number of courses to choose from for students to meet that requirement, including world religions and cultural studies classes as well. In order to successfully discover yourself and the world around you, you will need some support and some collaboration with others. St. Ambrose offers a variety of resources that will give you the support that you deserve and sometimes need in order to be successful. The Student Success Center is a support that we offer for all students at St. Ambrose. At the Student Success Center, students can receive free tutoring for all 100 and 200 level courses. We also offer supplemental instruction, writing services, and then also faculty will access and provide their leadership and instruction within the Student Success Center as well, outside of the classroom setting and even outside of their set office hours. So this is a great place for a student to go, especially in that first semester as you're getting your bearings, you're really figuring out the differences between high school work and college level coursework. And if you're struggling in a class, it's as easy as downloading the app, finding out when a tutor is available, and scheduling an appointment to go and meet with them. And again, this is a free resource for all students at St. Ambrose. So definitely an office that we encourage students to take advantage of if they need some additional academic support. The Accessibility Resource Center provides more specific accommodations for students who have a documented disability. So a lot of times this will be students who may have had a 504 plan in high school or an IEP in high school and have very specific accommodations that they need above and beyond what can normally be provided in the classroom setting. So these would be accommodations like having a note taker, being able to take an exam in an alternate location, or having an exam read to them. Whatever those accommodations might be, the Accessibility Resource Center will work to ensure that you're receiving those accommodations and that your faculty are aware that these accommodations do exist. And also, this is a free resource for students who qualify to work with this particular office. Academic advising, every student is assigned an academic advisor. Typically, that will be a faculty member within your discipline. Academic advisors meet with students at least twice a year to help you with your course planning. And they also will just help to ensure that you're completing the courses you need to complete. And they can also be of assistance when it comes to internships and everything that goes along with those as well. And then the Career Center is really designed to be a 4-year office on campus. So if you're, let's say, a freshman student coming in who is undecided on your major, that's okay. We don't require our students to declare a major their first year coming into St. Ambrose. So if you are an undecided student, we encourage you to work with a career advisor in our Career Center to really try and figure out which pathway is going to be the best pathway for you as far as the major goes. If you change your major, that's okay. They can work with you. Beyond that, they also provide services like resume writing, interviewing skills, internship searches, job searches. If you would like a campus job, whether you're work study or non-work study, they will help with that. They host etiquette dinners, career fairs, everything you can think of. The Career Center provides those resources for our students to help prepare for life after St. Ambrose. In addition to supporting you, we are committed to helping you step outside the classroom and possibly your comfort zone by getting involved on campus and within the community. I'm sure that this is not the first time you are hearing somebody tell you that the more involved you are in the campus community, the closer you're going to feel to the community itself and the closer ties you're going to have with other students, with faculty members, and even with community members. At St. Ambrose, we offer over 100 clubs and activities on campus, and these are all student driven. There are faculty advisors who work with the students to make sure that planning goes well, and to make sure they're staying focused and on task. But these are all student driven clubs and activities. Some of these will range from academic and professional, cultural clubs, honors and honor societies, service related clubs. One thing that's important to point out with that is that at St. Ambrose, we do not have a community service requirement for our students. But last year, our students volunteered well over 150,000 hours within the community surrounding St. Ambrose and in the greater Quad Cities area. So they truly embrace the idea of being Ambrosian and giving back to the community and helping support the community surrounding them. We offer a number of special interest clubs as well, everything from ultimate frisbee to board game clubs to bag clubs to chess clubs. Any special interest that a student has, if the club doesn't exist, they can make it happen. And then within our wellness and recreation, we offer club and intramural sports in our new wellness and recreation center. So certainly no shortage of things to do and things for students to be involved in outside of the classroom. When you think about college and you think about the amount of time you physically have to spend in the classroom, that's about 12 to 18 hours per week. So, of course, a lot of your time outside of the classroom will be spent studying, but that's not going to take up all of the time in a day. So, you need to find some activities to be involved in to keep yourself busy and focused and connected to the campus community. We are one campus ministry at St. Ambrose and welcoming of all faiths. Our campus ministry office is located in the lower level of Christ the King Chapel. So if you do come for a visit, you will see Christ the King Chapel is on campus, in addition to our grotto, which we will use for outdoor masses and different events as well. So our campus ministry, as a Catholic institution, about 45% of our students identify as Catholic and the rest do not. So we are very much a multi-denominational and multi-faith community. And our campus ministry is active among students of all faith backgrounds. We do offer service learning opportunities, retreats and events, again, within the Quad Cities area and beyond. And one of the first things that you will do as an Ambrose student, which is very cool, again, going back to embracing that idea of being Ambrosian and contributing to the community around you, is the urban plunge. What the urban plunge is typically students will move onto campus their first year on a Saturday. And on Sunday, no, I apologize, that was this year with COVID. Students will typically move in on a Sunday and classes will start on a Wednesday. So on that Monday, students will participate, first year students will participate in the urban plunge. And for the urban plunge, students are separated or paired up and grouped up with other first year students and some upperclassmen students. And they go out into the community and provide various forms of community service. So they might be in a classroom with an elementary school teacher helping them get the classroom set up for the year. They might be raking leaves in the area. They might be, working in a park or food bank, whatever it might be, whatever the need is in the community. Our students are out there on the very first day at St. Ambrose to give back to the community. And it's also a great way to meet other students for the first time. And this is one of the very first things that students will participate in as students at St. Ambrose. Our students are dedicated beyond the classroom as they represent St. Ambrose in athletic competitions or on the stage. We are proud of our athletic teams and the fact that we lead the NAIA in our number of scholar athletes. So that just goes to show you that, yes, we are very competitive on the court, on the field, in the swimming pool, but our athletes are also stellar students as well. At St. Ambrose, we have approximately 800 student athletes on campus who are all members of our 29 varsity teams. And you can see all of the teams listed there. As I mentioned, we are part of the NAIA, which is the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. And by being part of the NAIA, the added benefit for our students is that we are able to offer athletic scholarships on top of merit-based and need-based awards at St. Ambrose. We've invested a lot of money in facilities over the last few years for our athletes as our athletic programs have increased. We just built the new Wellness and Recreation Center, which you can see a photo of that on this slide, the background. That was opened in 2017. And phase 3, which is the final phase of our St. Vincent's Athletic Complex building, will be complete at the end of this year. And at St. Vincent's Athletic Complex, that's where you'll find our football team, our soccer teams, our lacrosse teams, our women's softball team. They all play at the St. Vincent's Athletic Complex. And our men's baseball team, actually, their home stadium is a minor league baseball stadium, home to the Quad City River Bandits. And the stadium itself was voted the best minor league ballpark in the country. And that is our home field for men's baseball as well. So a couple of new programs for the fall of 2021. One of them is men's wrestling, has been added for next year, as well as indoor marching arts. So indoor marching arts combines color guard, wind instruments, and percussion instruments. And this is a competitive group. So those of you who may be interested in marching band, color guard, instrumental music at all, this would definitely be a very good consideration for you. Again, these students can qualify for athletic scholarships for participating in indoor marching arts. So for more information about that, please reach out to me. It is new, so we're still learning a little bit more about it as we go along. But St. Ambrose will be the only institution in our region, in the Midwest region, to offer an indoor marching arts program. With programs in music, art, and theater as well, students are able to continue their passion for the arts, whether they choose to major in it or not. So if a student would like to continue or participate in art classes, musical ensembles, or theater, it's not necessarily a requirement to participate in any of those programs. Regardless of your major at St. Ambrose, you can take art classes and you can participate in art-related activities. You can participate in music ensembles, whether that be a choral ensemble or an instrumental ensemble. And also with theater, if you want to be on stage, if you want to be behind the scenes creating scenes, costuming, makeup, and you're an engineering major, that's great. We absolutely encourage all of our students to pursue their passions within the fine arts. The only time there is a recommend or a requirement to either major or minor in a fine art discipline is when it comes to art scholarships or theater scholarships. So, in order to qualify for an arts or theater scholarship, students would have to major or minor in art or theater. For music scholarships, it does not matter. You do not have to major or minor. You can simply participate in a musical ensemble and qualify for a fine art scholarship. Community, as you've heard, I'm sure multiple times, is one of our favorite words, but it is truly a great way to describe St. Ambrose and our culture on campus. One of the things and one of the factors to consider, and you can see a picture of our beautiful campus there. And this is a consideration for both students and parents and families alike. When students are on campus, they want to know that they're going to be safe and that security is going to be provided, and they can focus on their studies, they can focus on their friends, and they can focus on their involvement in the campus community. So to that end, we do have 24-hour surveillance, and campus security is provided 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year. We have an emergency text system. We have professional security on staff at all of our residence halls overnight. All of our residence halls are fully staffed 24 hours a day, but during the overnight hours, rather than having students staff the front desk, we have professional security staff who man the desks overnight. It's very tight in terms of security. Students cannot just kind of come and go from residence halls unless they have an ID that gets them into the residence hall, that gets them into their room. So anybody just kind of walking in off the street or who doesn't live in that particular building will need to be let in by a resident or have permission to be there. So it's a very secure environment. Off-duty police are there on the weekends. We have shuttles for students who might need them. For instance, one of our parking lots is a few blocks off campus. So if a student gets back late at night and they want campus security to come and pick them up from that parking lot, they absolutely will, and we'll bring them back to campus. The Quad Cities area, if you're not familiar with where we're located, is made up of 4 cities, 2 that are in Iowa, and actually 3 that are in Illinois. And the total population is just over 330,000 people. So Davenport and Bettendorf, Davenport is where St. Ambrose is located, are on the Iowa side of the Mississippi River, and Rock Island, Moline, and East Moline are on the Illinois side of the Mississippi River. So you could see in the photo there, Davenport, Iowa is a riverfront community. That photo shows you our downtown area, and that's where you'll find a lot of our museums, our restaurants, a lot of our nightlife, and places to go, places for our students to go and hang out, places to take your family and friends when they come to visit you at St. Ambrose. From that downtown area, we are about a 2-minute drive upriver. So we are not far from the downtown area at all. So lots of opportunities for our students to get off campus and find things to do. As a riverfront community, we also have lots of outdoor activities, street festivals, major concerts come through the Quad Cities area and play at the Tax Slayer Arena. And in that photo, you can also see a picture of modern Woodman Park. which is the minor league baseball stadium that I referred to a little bit earlier. So again, no shortage of things for our students to do outside of this downtown area. If you go the other way from campus, you will find every amenity that a student could potentially need. Sam's Club, Target, Costco, Buffalo Wild Wings, Portillo's, all of those types of restaurants that students love, and all of the shopping that they need as well, to replenish and restock. So um, aside from having things to do at night, on the weekends, places to go, places to shop, places to eat, the additional benefit to our location is the number of experiential and internship opportunities that our students have access to because of our location. If you're not familiar with the Quad Cities area, we have a lot of Fortune 500 companies that call the Quad Cities area home. Some of those include John Deere, Han Office Furniture, Alcoa Steel, Modern Woodman for students interested in finance. We have a minor league baseball team in town, and we have a professional hockey team in town for those students who may be interested in sport management. So tons of opportunities for students of all majors to find experiential learning opportunities within the Quad Cities area. It's interesting because this is an interesting statistic. 35% of students have stayed in the Quad Cities area following graduation, and over 60% end up staying in the state of Iowa, coming from other states such as Illinois, such as Indiana. So it is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family, and it's a great place to go to school. And you can see on the map there from some major cities. So from Indianapolis, we are a little bit under a 5-hour drive. So again, depending on where you're coming from in Indiana, we're not as far away as some people might think. I've talked a lot about our campus and the community surrounding it, but let's go beyond campus, beyond the Quad Cities, and even beyond the United States and explore our study abroad opportunities. We have over 25 established programs at St. Ambrose. And I think one of the things that makes it unique is that it is not going to be any more expensive for you to participate in a study abroad program as it would be for you to be on campus as a student during that time. So if you choose to go and do a study abroad experience for a semester, the cost of the study abroad experience, meaning tuition, the cost to take classes, the cost to live in that country, and everything associated with that would be the same as if you were spending that semester on campus at St. Ambrose. In addition to that, you can use all of your financial aid to help pay for that study abroad experience as well. We offer lots of different times. Um, Programs can range from 1 week to 3 weeks to 6 to 8 weeks long to semester long, and they're offered at various times throughout each academic year. Last year, we had over 150 students study abroad. This year with COVID, it just looks a little bit different, but we are excited about having our students return to study abroad experiences as soon as we can. And some of the places that we've studied are listed there on the screen. As a study abroad participant in college, this is something that if you can fit this into your studies is absolutely invaluable. It allowed me to explore the world. It allowed me to see other countries. And it also helped me become a more independent person, navigating a different language, navigating different cultures, traveling all over the world really does help to establish that sense of independence. And I met lots of great people and have been back to my study abroad location since I was there. So certainly the experience of a lifetime. If it's something that you can fit into your studies, work with your academic advisor to make that happen. You absolutely would not regret it, not for a moment. So getting into the nitty gritty, the things that aside from all the important facts about St. Ambrose, students and families want to know about. So shifting gears and talking about cost and aid, we do not currently have our 2021-2022 tuition, room, board, and fee rates quite yet. We will have those at the end of this month to be able to provide our prospective students. But in 2020-2021, our tuition rate was $32,478. And that's for any student who completed or took between 12 and 18 credit hours for the semester. So it doesn't matter if you take 12 credit hours or if you take 18 credit hours, everybody will pay the same. And we do not assess in-state versus out-of-state tuition as a private institution. We are not locked in for our tuition rate from year to year. You could typically anticipate 2 to 3% increase in cost, but it will never go above 5%. And in my time at St. Ambrose, I've never seen it more than 2 to 3%. So our estimated total cost, including our average room and board, was around $43,000 for the current academic school year. Again, that could vary. It could be a little bit higher if you choose our most expensive residence hall and our most expensive meal plan. And it could be a little bit less if you decide on a less costly residence hall or less costly meal plan. So when it comes to cost and aid, it is super important to keep in mind that there is a huge difference between total cost and out-of-pocket cost. So our total cost was $43,000. Nobody ends up paying anywhere near that cost because of the academic scholarships, institutional aid, and state and federal aid that we provide our students. As I mentioned, every admitted student is awarded an automatic merit scholarship, and that ranges from $13,000 per year to $25,000 per year guaranteed. And we do offer 4 full tuition scholarships for qualified students, and they will be invited to compete for those particular awards. But from the get-go, students are guaranteed between $13,000 and $25,000 per year, on top of institutional aid such as alumni scholarships, diversity scholarships, students who come from Catholic schools or different dioceses, athletic scholarships, and fine arts scholarships as well. And based upon submission of the FAFSA, if a student qualifies for any additional institutional or state or federal need-based aid, that would come in the form of a Pell Grant, FSEOG, student work study, and student loans as well. So monies from all 3 of those areas are combined to come off of that total cost of attendance. So that is how we determine what your out-of-pocket cost is going to be, and that will range from student to student. But again, it's important to know the difference between total costs and actual out-of-pocket cost once all financial aid is applied. As far as our admissions requirements, we are fully online for our application. That can be found at www.sau.edu/apply. We are no longer on the Common Application, so if you're using Common Application and you've looked for us, we are not on there as of this year. So you will need to go to our website in order to submit the application. Once you've submitted your application, you will need to request that your high school transcript be sent to us. We will accept emailed high school transcripts if they come from your counselor. But most programs now, I believe, are sending them electronically through Naviance, through Parchment, through Send EDU. And some high schools still send through the mail, which is absolutely fine as well. So you'll submit our application, no application fee, no essay requirement. Send us your high school transcripts, and we will provide you with an admissions decision within 1 to 3 weeks. We are test optional for students who meet our minimum requirement of a 2.5 out of 4.0 unweighted GPA. If you fall below that range, we will require an ACT or SAT score. And some of our direct admit programs, direct or doctor of physical therapy, occupational therapy, physician assistant, they also have ACT and SAT requirements as well. But for those students who meet our minimum requirement of that 2.5 out of 4 unweighted, we are test optional. If you have a test score that you would like to submit, you can absolutely submit that as part of your application. But again, that is not required. So a quick checklist of things that you need to take care of for the admissions process at St. Ambrose. Again, once we have your completed application and high school transcript, we can typically provide you with an admissions decision within 1 to 3 weeks of completion of your application. The next big thing after that, after you've been admitted, is getting a financial aid package to you. So certainly if you're planning to file the FAFSA, hopefully you've already done so or are planning to do so. That's an important piece in the financial aid process because it helps us determine if you qualify for additional need-based aid. Certainly it's not required, so if you're not planning to file the FAFSA, you would let me know as your admissions counselor so that we can fast track and kind of speed up the financial aid packaging process for you. Campus visits, we are offering both in-person and virtual visit opportunities for our students. So if you haven't been able to come check us out yet, definitely make a plan to do so. And then finally, students in the spring prior to May 1st, if they make the decision to attend St. Ambrose, they'll need to do their housing application and officially commit to St. Ambrose. As I mentioned, we are offering different visit opportunities. On-campus visits, we have been super busy with on-campus visits. So we do follow all COVID protocols. Face masks are required if you're visiting on campus. And then we have a number of virtual visit opportunities as well. So as you know, the campus visit is a crucial step and a crucial piece of the college search process. So if you are able to visit, you can see the website up on the screen, and you can check out all of our social media information as well. So I think I don't see any questions. If there
No
are
questions
any
right
out
now,
there,
Jill. Nope.
yeah,
It's
good. I
pretty
didn't miss
quiet.
any then.
Wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for taking the time to get us some good information about St. Ambrose. We appreciate it. And hopefully students will get some good traction and good information as well. So
Yes, for sure.
have a wonderful evening.
All right. Thank you. You as well.
A good rest of the fall.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks again.
Bye.